What's up, everybody? Dr. Gino Gibson here,
I am Shakita Gibson.
and welcome to
Journey with the Gibson.
I'm late. I'm late.
And welcome to
Journey
Journey
with
with
the
the
Gibsons.
Gibsons.
Yo, we are hanging out, and we were thinking about what we should talk about tonight, and we came up with something that's amazing. The thing is that you need to celebrate your spouse. You need to celebrate your spouse. You need to get excited about what they're excited about. Be their number one cheerleader, and I think we do it pretty well. What you think?
I think so. I think we do a good job of recognizing the accomplishments of each other and pushing each other
Like, wow.
to excel, like even when we don't want
At
to.
all, or when you
Yeah.
don't want to hear the push, right? All of us get fatigued and don't
Yeah.
want to hear the push because the push, in essence, speaks to a place where we might have a blind spot
Yeah.
or we're not doing our best, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And all of us would like to hit the easy button sometimes, but the person that loves you will push you constructively and
Mhm.
not destructively. What you think?
I agree. I agree. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it results in arguments.
For real.
But because sometimes you just don't want to hear it, like this one right here, and he does the same thing when I say it to him, will remind me at the worst time that I said, hear me clearly. He will remind me at the worst time that I said I'm going to the gym. Okay.
I
I
don't
really
do
want
that.
to. You do, babe. You said you was gonna work out, babe. You said you was
I
gonna
never
start working
said
out.
nothing about the gym. I do mention the big old treadmill we got in the bedroom.
So we do have a treadmill that I have. I used it a lot when I was working out, actually,
She
but I
did. She
haven't
did.
used it in a very long
She
time.
did.
So
It's
it
got
gets.
clothes hanging on it. I'm sorry.
Let's not talk about the Planet Fitness membership that he has
I'll
that
talk
that
about
we pay for every month that he does not go to. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about, right? I was just trying to give a little example.
right, right,
But we were just kind of talking about how we have encouraged each other through this season
right,
of time,
right.
and my encouragement to my husband has been through his PhD program. We've shared before that he has been on this journey to get his PhD, and actually just this week, he turned in his final paper.
His approved dissertation.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yes,
His
it's
approved
done.
dissertation that was about
80 something.
some pages. So major work, major work.
And the defense is coming up.
And he is defending very soon.
Graduation next month, yo.
But before we celebrate, you had a hard time on this journey.
Oh, yeah.
And making sure and understanding that you could do it,
Right,
right? And
right.
facing the hard times.
I
So
mean, facing the hard times, first of all, moving away from you in COVID,
yeah.
then finding out we could not live together a full time, it was a lot of emotional stress. It was
Yeah.
a lot of emotional stress, a lot of loneliness. And it was a lot of hard work. But my wife has been a bulwark or a standard that stood up and just said, "Hey, you can do this. In fact, we're doing this together."
Right.
So big kudos, big ups to Mama. Big ups to you
Well, thank you, Daddy.
for making it happen.
Super
And
important.
I don't know the exact way you're being honored soon. We talked
Hold on,
about
but
it.
wait. Tell the people again a little bit more about how you just couldn't make it through without me. Like, I like that part.
And in other news. And in other
No,
news.
no, seriously. I think it was a great example of support from
Yeah.
my side, and how he has, supported and encouraged me.
Yes. So yo, there's a thing called imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome makes you feel like, what if you're not as good as they say you are? What if they find out you're an imposter and you're not that good?
Right.
And a lot of us suffer with that. And needs to be said. A lot of us suffer with that. And it's an inner voice that talks to us that says we can't do it. But in fact, recently, my babe is up for a major acknowledgement and appreciation.
We'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, we'll tell you about it later. But she came to me and said, "Babe, I don't know if this is for me." And I was like, "Wait a minute, you are a global executive. You're one of the highest ranking African Americans in your entire international company. You've broken everything. What? and we
Well,
really had to talk about it.
this is the thing, and I guess this is a good point to say. It's not just about encouraging your spouse, but for our single people out there, it's also about encouraging yourself.
Right.
So if you're not on this journey with somebody right now, and we've all been there, we've been single as well. You have to encourage yourself as well. And when I did, I got the email about, hey, you were nominated and selected for this, amazing acknowledgement and award. It's like top executives, in US or in Memphis or something. And I looked at it and I started looking at some of the past people they have honored, and looking at them, I was like, oh shoot, am I supposed? Did they email the right person?
Right.
Right? I was like,
Right.
I don't know. And my babe was amazing in reminding me of who I am. And
I
so,
like who you be.
yeah, I
I
know
like
you
how
do.
you be, girl.
But that was major. And so, on the self journey and in the marriage journey, it's super, super important to have that self awareness, have that confidence, or have somebody that partners with you to remind you
Right.
of that confidence that you
And
have.
don't ever forget, you picked that person because you thought they were the most special person too.
Right.
Right?
Point.
Nobody want nobody that don't nobody want, right?
At
So
all.
you pick that person, and you might have gotten away from knowing the luster and the brightness of who that person is,
Yeah.
but tap back into it and remind yourself
Yeah.
that you're so lucky to have that person, and with your help, that person can be again the most amazing person in the world. I
Yeah.
mean, when I was who's who of Columbus, Black Columbus, she was right there rooting for me. I can't wait to go to whatever this thing is she's gonna have. I know she can't wait to see my graduation robe. It's because we do it together.
Yeah.
We do it together, and celebrating your spouse is so important. Everybody needs a cheerleader.
What is flashing behind us? The TV.
There's a TV.
I was like, can you see that? Sorry, y'all. So listen, I think even if you're not getting that type of encouragement and support in your relationship, let your partner know.
Right.
Let your spouse know.
I need it.
That it's something that you're lacking, because it's almost like, I think you've used the analogy before about watering and caring for a flower or a seed and watching it bloom, right? That's what we should do,
Right.
For our spouse and for our partner, because that encouragement, that watering, that, that grooming, that
Right.
tilling the soil,
Right.
all that. Because I'm not a gardener because I don't like bugs, but that's a whole different story. But all of that stuff that people do to their plants and flowers that help them stay green and stay vibrant and stay alive and stay, all the good adjectives that I could use, comes from that care and that concern that you have from your partner, or anyone else in your life.
Can I jump in? This is pretty good. Can I jump in real quick? For real. All right, there you go. That was good. Listen.
Got that from you.
Listen. It's a scientific fact that plants grow toward the light. Don't get mad if somebody has more light than you toward your plant and they start growing toward them.
Say that one more time, please.
It's a scientific fact that plants grow toward the light. Photosynthesis is because of the light. Chlorophyll is produced because of the light. Don't get mad if you are dim on what's yours and somebody lights a light and they start growing toward them. That's all I'm going to say.
Right. That's really good.
My name is Dr. Gino Gibson.
That is really good. Make sure you are lighting your partner, lighting your partner up, or you know what? That's so funny, because lighting yourself, because I believe that darkness can come from other sources as well. So again, I'm not forgetting about the single people as we're talking, because we've been there. Right. Make sure you're lighting yourself, encouraging yourself, because dark forces do exist in the world. And sometimes those things, those scary thoughts and those depressive thoughts can creep into our lives. Right. And we want to make sure that we are feeding ourselves, like my babe said, with light and with love and with positivity. Right. That was so good.
Thank you, babe.
Does that in the PhD?
Listen.
No, we learned about photosynthesis in elementary school.
Earth science.
Listen, keep loving on your spouse. Keep encouraging one another. Keep encouraging yourself. Stay positive. Stay joyful. Choose happy. And go after those goals, right? Like keep keep grinding, if you're grinding and you have something in mind that you're trying to get, I promise you, if you keep going toward that light, the rewards will come. The graduations, the executive acknowledgments, all those things that we're seeing this time in our life that we are so happy we're able to share with each other.
It's a good season.
It's a good season.
Listen, we love you. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm Dr. Gino Gibson.
I am Shakitha Gibson.
Hey, always we
speak life.
Peace.